All right, this is Outdoor Check Education, first virtual field trip. Talking a little bit about Yosemite with my daughter here. So there was a lot of negotiation that went into this. I would tell you that there was some money that is going to be exchanged, and this is her homework for today as she learns science. So even when she gets bored, she is still going to stay with it because if she doesn't finish the episode, she don't get paid. All right, you ready? All right, so we're talking in Yosemite. And first off, we're going to talk a little bit about where it's found, the national park. It's up in the Sierra Nevadas mountain range. My favorite way to get in is taking the 395 along the eastern Sierras, and then you make your way up the 120. The problem is the 120 shuts down for part of the year. Um, right now, the whole park is shut down for the. What are you doing back there, crazy kid? For the quarantine. So, anyway, I just wanted to let everybody know that this is on the National Park Service website. I'm going to focus a little bit today on geology. Okay. So, what about geology? Well, I would tell you that lots and lots of granite. Whoa, what just happened? Lots of granite in Yosemite. Um, my class, we talk about how granite formed. So granite forms underground. It's an igneous rock, and it never actually breaks the surface until it's already been solidified. So when it's magma underneath the surface, um, it cools very slowly, which allows it to have the big crystals. And granite's a combination of quartz, feldspar, and mica. So, remember any of the granite rocks when we were walking around Yosemite? Well, wait till I show you the pictures; you'll remember then. So it formed underground. All these things known as batholiths, and then glaciers came through and scraped away all the top. So when you actually walk through the middle of the valley of Yosemite, which most people do, that was all cut away by glaciers. What else are we going to be talking about in here? You'll see in my pictures. Well, there are definitely sedimentary and metamorphic rock throughout the park. And if you really wanted to, you can take a look at some of the different videos that they have available on the website. All right, let's get to the door check pictures. This is where Kenley gets to talk about some of her memories. You don't remember that one. You want to know why? That's when I went backpacking by myself. It was great. Sounds like Amazon's here. Hey, settle down, Princess Poppy. I know. You can't go camping right now. It's quarantine. Quarantine. She's not stupid. She's a smart dog. All right. Settle down. All right. This is the trail I took in. And I ended up camping at this place called Glen Allen Trail, or Glen Allen. And it's part of the Pacific Crest Trail. So sometimes when people see these pictures, they're like, Dorchek, I don't notice you looking like that in class. It's because like that's a smile of pure joy. Tell by my eyes. All right. So, oh, that was a giant trout I caught there. That was fun. You were in my class. We talked about that before. Okay. On my Tinkara rod. Oh, looks like I can't show that picture. I don't know why. Oh no. What happened? What happened to my pictures? I think the videos don't play. Oh well. All right. So this is a waterfall. You can see all the granite. That was along my hike. Was that waffle? Good. Good. All right. This is my setup. So I had my bedroll on the bottom here. I had a bivy sack and I slept on my mat right there. And then I had like a couple changes of clothes and some food inside my backpack. In Yosemite, you got to put all your food in a bear canister. That's my little camping stove for my coffee in the morning. That's me looking a little bit tired next to a waterfall. No, I just puffy. All right, well, It's the circle of death. I wonder if all the internet's going slowly or if it's just a picture. What else do we want to talk about? Ooh, that's Kelly becoming a junior ranger. You want to relive it? Or do you want me to go on? Don't hit. It was a proud moment. This lady was an honorary junior ranger. She's told to be a senior ranger. You want to do it? You want to watch it? Come on, just once. No. We got to watch one of these because you're a junior ranger at every park. All right. Anyway, now the family is involved, so this is a different trip. I think this is Yosemite Falls over here. And you can see how over time the river's cut away from the granite. Remember, water's always going to take the path of least resistance. And it was actually really hot that day, but you would know it from the picture because when you get all the mist going, it definitely cools things off. That is where we camped. Do you remember camping in the tent? Yes, I bought that for like $8 or something like that on eBay. It was totally worth it for the one time. So, what do you remember about that camping trip? There was a bug bite on my face. She got bit in the face by a bug bite. Well, hey, it's because you're so sweet. Anything else you remember? Remember when Mommy was supposed to sleep in the tent? Yeah, she wouldn't sleep in the tent. We actually brought a full-on mattress, so I'm like walking through the campsite with a giant, twin-size mattress. Anyway, I slept in the tent with my daughter that night. It was fun. That was me the next morning on the run. You can definitely see again where the granite is. You can definitely see how the water kind of cuts away. Trees and stuff in the background. Good times. All right. Science. Remember this? That is Hetch Hetchy Dam. So there's a second valley that was talked about by Mr. John Muir, and it was dammed up so that the people of San Francisco could have the water. So he would talk about how this other valley was just as beautiful as the Yosemite Valley that everybody goes and visits. But the thing is people need water, and this actually was created, and there's been, a lot of people say restore Hetch Hetchy, but at the same time, like California needs water, and that's like a whole thing into itself. To make it? Good job. All right, so around Hetch Hetchy, and actually when I backpacked, I think I camped somewhere, like if I were to continue on the trail, it would have taken me to Hetch Hetchy. But there's a bunch of waterfalls you can see going into the lake or the reservoir, and the reservoir, you're not allowed to swim. Ooh, take a look at this one right here. That's nice. That's a nice quartz vein cutting through the rock. This is no, is this a different trip? I think this is the third trip we took. Yeah, to Yosemite. This is going, I think this was the last fall. So this is all granite right here. And you see these cracks? So the cracks fill with water. Then over time, the water freezes, and that creates ice wedging, which makes the crack go even deeper. Yeah, I think it's the videos that don't want to load. Thanks, Google. Dad, why do you have a rainbow line? That's because it's trying to load something, but it won't load. All right, so this is above Yosemite Valley. My wife and daughter are pointing to the valley itself, so this whole area was cut out by a glacier a long time ago. This is just them walking up a big granite face over here. That's bummer. Like, I think all my boomerangs aren't going to work on this. Those are my favorites. My favorite app. All right, moving forward. Oh, take a look. There's Princess Poppy sitting on people's pillows when they're not supposed to. Finally taking a snoozer. Me with my winter beard. Yep. All right. So if you were to go up the 395 and then go on the 120 to get into Yosemite, there's this area that most people don't stop, and it's called Mono Lake. So Mono Lake is the remnants of a volcano that went off. There's a whole bunch of volcanoes in the eastern Sierra Nevada, and they had a bunch of specimens of rock. So they were going to show you some obsidian here in a moment. That is not obsidian. I think that might be, I think it's rhyolite pumice. Oh, there it is, pumice. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Like when I'm right. Anyway, we talk a lot about pumice in our class. Pumice, remember, it's extrusive rock, so it comes out, kind of cools itself um, outside. So there's a lot more gas involved. It's very light. Rhyolite. Rhyolite. Um, so similar to granite and obsidian, so it's got a lot of silica in it. See if we find some of that in here. So if you were to go and check it out, this whole area right here, see right there, that's the crater. And then there's a bunch like of mountain ranges over here. Like I'm planning on going and checking out and see if I can find some obsidian on my own. What are you doing over here? That's Kenley sitting on a giant piece of obsidian. Look at that thing. Thing is huge. I think I woke her up from a nap to sit on this rock, if I remember right. So I was so pumped. Yeah. That's it. That's Yosemite. I don't know. First field trip together. Remember, important parts about Yosemite. Number one, lots of granite. Number two, glaciers coming through and cutting out the valley. Okay. Number three, there's a lot more around Yosemite than just Yosemite itself. The eastern side of the Sierra Nevadas is very different than the western side of the Sierra Nevadas, and it's about 4 hours from our house. So, depending on the direction you go, but it's definitely worth checking out. It's got some beautiful views, a lot of really interesting waterfalls. So, all right, first field trip done.